Hello everyone, our today's topic is photosynthesis. Photosynthesis, what is photosynthesis? It is a biochemical process in which producers like plants, they can be also bacteria like blue-green algae, that is cyanobacteria, synthesize their organic food, carbohydrate, from inorganic raw material like water and carbon dioxide in the presence of sunlight with the help of chlorophyll pigment. The photosynthesis occurs in two steps. The first step is called light phase, while the second step is called dark phase. The question arises in the mind, why the name suggested light phase and why the name suggested dark phase. The name light phase means to say that during this phase of photosynthesis, absorption of light takes place, while in case of dark phase, absorption of light does not take place. But don't be confused that dark phase will occur in darkness. Both the phase of photosynthesis will occur in the presence of light. But the only difference is that in light phase, absorption of sunlight will occur, but in dark phase, absorption of sunlight will not occur. There are different pigments present in the plants for absorption of light. That is chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B, carotenoids. So just let us take a look about those pigments. Now we can see that absorption spectrum, that is absorption of light by chloroplast pigment. I have given here 400 nanometer of length, 500 nanometer of length, 600 nanometer of length, and 700 nanometer of the length of light. Now you will find three graphs. One is for chlorophyll B, one is for carotenoids, and one is for chlorophyll A. What you have to find is at which wavelength of light these chlorophyll are going for maximum absorption of light. Which wavelength? On which wavelength? So let us discuss first about chlorophyll A. If you go for chlorophyll A, it is blue-green in color and its maximum absorption in red region at 662 nanometer of light and 435 nanometer in violet region. So the maximum absorption by this chlorophyll A, that is blue-green in color, will go for at red region, that is at 662 nanometer, and in violet region, that is 435 nanometer of wavelength of light. Now when you talk about carotenoids, its maximum absorption or the peak absorption occurs between 400 nanometer to 500 nanometer of light. In case of the chlorophyll B, as you can see the peak here, the chlorophyll B is olive green in color. Its maximum absorption at 652 nanometer in red light and 453 nanometer in blue light. You can see the peak also. The peak of the graph is here. You can see 662 nanometer, its maximum is there. 435, it is going at the peak. Here it is going at the peak. Then 400 to 500 nanometer, it is going for the maximum absorption. This is carotenoids. The chlorophyll B is going for 642 in red light and 453 in the blue light. So again you will find the chlorophyll B at the peak at 642 and 453 you will find here. It is going upside here. So this is the absorption of light by the chlorophyll pigment or the chloroplast pigment. Now we will move to light phase and dark phase. Now here we can see light phase and dark phase. As you can see here, the light has been absorbed by the chlorophyll pigment. Now during light phase we go for photolysis of water. When you go for photolysis of water, just take a look. Suppose that this is H2O. When you're going for photolysis of water, it will be broken down into 2H plus ion plus half O2 molecule plus 2 electron is also released. That we will see in light reaction, light phase, that is in phosphorylation process, cyclic and non-cyclic phosphorylation. We will also see that. So H2 is broken down into 2H plus ion, half O2 molecule, and 2E electron. Electron is also released. So here I have shown that H2O, OH, then O2 is released from here, and H, this H which has been released will reduce NADP to NADPH2. Again, phosphate molecule will attach with the ADP to form ATP. That is in the light phase. In light phase, we go for phosphorylation. What is phosphorylation? that is synthesis of ATP in the presence of sunlight, that is photophosphorylation. So synthesis of ATP also takes place. NADPH2 is also formed. We all know that NADPH2 means what? NADPH2 means 3 ATP. ATP is 1 ATP. NADPH2 means 3 ATP. The light phase is known as photolysis of water phase. Now you can see that in dark phase, now in light phase NADPH2 and ATP has been synthesized. It will go to this side, but the NADPH2 and the ATP synthesized in the light phase is not going to be used during the dark phase. Is not going to be utilized in the dark phase. This ATP and NADPH2 will go to dark phase side, but it is not going to be utilized in dark phase. The question arises why? Because dark phase is a very slow process. That's why it failed to use this NADPH2 and ATP produced during the light phase. Now what happens in the dark phase? It is a biosynthetic phase. Biosynthetic phase means to say here the organic food will be prepared by the plants. What is that organic food? Carbohydrate will be produced. That is the starch here. So here the carbon dioxide is being used for the synthesis of the carbohydrate. So carbon dioxide has been used. Here sugar phosphate molecule will be formed. From sugar phosphate, the phosphate will be released and it will enter into light phase. The same process, from sugar phosphate molecule, a starch will be produced. So carbon dioxide will be used with water and it will ultimately form a starch. The detail, just shown you a chart for light phase and dark phase. The light phase and dark phase was first of all introduced by Blackman in 1901. In light phase, just remember this thing, photolysis of water takes place, and in dark phase, it is a biosynthetic pathway in which the carbohydrate, that is the organic food of the plant, is synthesized. We will study light phase in detail in the next video and dark phase in details in the next video. Thank you.